everyone, and welcome to the 2014-15 school year. I'm Paula Moan, and I'm the new elementary curriculum coordinator for the district. I hope you caught on to the significance of our fire theme this year, and I want to add some details to some of the fires that we've started. As many of you know, the Common Core math team met last year to deconstruct the standards, and then we used a rubric to evaluate our everyday math materials. Because they are not fully aligned to the Common Core, we are attempting to bridge the gap for 1 year using the math teaching templates that you've been given. Many of you worked on these last week to come up with some supplemental materials to teach the Common Core state standards, and we will share those with everyone from your grade level. Having said that, I just want to clarify the expectations for everyday math this year. You will continue to use the materials in conjunction with the teaching templates so that you focus on which lessons to teach, which to omit, and how to modify assessments. Within each unit, there are lessons that you might not be teaching because they did not align to the Common Core. Therefore, we know that your students will not be able to do all math box or journal pages, and that is okay. You may have to have them cross out a section in a math box or a journal page because you didn't cover that in the lesson, and that is okay. You may not send home all home links or study links, or you might even cross out a problem on one of those, and that is okay. At times you might cross out a certain problem on an assessment because you did not teach that skill, and that is also okay. We're confident that we will find the new materials for next year that truly teach the Common Core, but in the meantime, we're asking that you are just okay with how messy this looks this year. We are going to do our best to integrate the Common Core state standards into our teaching every day. Now let's move on to reading. Today you'll be given a teaching template for your grade with the standards in literature and informational text. You'll talk about this in more depth in your buildings as your teams decide how best to use this tool. But it is a tool that was developed and intended to help you integrate the Common Core state standards into your planning, and then it also could be used as an optional checklist to see, as you teach Reading Street, if those standards are addressed and how often. The ELA team this year would like feedback on specifically where the holes in Reading Street are, and this checklist might help them do that. There is a place on the template to checkmark if Reading Street covered that standard, and then there's another place that you could list any additional resources that you might have used to help you teach that standard. This could be a valuable resource in data teams as we talk more about Tier 1 instruction. Which then leads me to assessment. While we will continue to use AimsWeb, we will not be administering the end of the unit benchmark tests for Reading Street. I know many of you are sad about this. I've gotten a lot of emails. But by taking those out, we'll be given back 6 weeks of instruction. Instead, we'll be shifting our focus to formative types of assessments, and you will be given training in early September of what that will look like. We also won't be scoring the Unit 1 and Unit 4 writing prompts for Pearson. Because we have not calibrated as a team, we don't believe that we got enough valid information from these scores, but please continue to teach the red writing tab that can be found at the back of each teaching manual. We encourage you to use these first couple of weeks of school to teach your expectations and procedures and really get to know your students' strengths and challenges. We will still need to follow Pearson in its scope and sequence, but we will be using additional resources to help us teach the Common Core. Please start Pearson Unit 1 Week 1 by Week 3, which is Monday, September 8th. As you set up your routines, you'll be teaching your students what guided reading looks like in your classroom, but you might not have that formal guided reading really going until about Week 5. Since you'll be better informed about your students as readers, we also know that you will not be able to try to just fit them into 3 leveled readers. If the leveled readers work for your students and are appropriate, then great, please keep using them. But if not, please, we encourage you to use your book rooms that are leveled and will help you address the needs of the many different students that you have in your classroom. Today, you'll be given details in a document about some of the things that I've talked about, as well as some other information. We hope that you learn a lot today and you find this to be helpful in your teaching. I wish you all the best as you embark on this new journey. Together, we can make a big difference for the students in District 428. Have a great year.